Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to see what if every member of the Houston Rockets was in their NBA prime. So obviously there's a lot of drama going on with Carmelo Anthony right now, and by the time we're watching this video, he might not even be part of the team anymore, guys. But I wanted to use this video as a reminder of just how talented Melo once was, and maybe talk about the current situation or anything out there. So if you guys do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video if you like these what if simulations, and also let me know in the comment section below which team I should do next. Which team do you want to see in their all-time prime? So looking at the roster right here, man, of course we got James Harden. He's currently in his NBA prime, so there's no change to him. To CP3, this is actually the 24-year-old New Orleans Pelicans, or I guess at the time it was the New Orleans Hornets, Chris Paul. So looking at his former stats right here, I mean, he still puts up numbers. I would say right now he's probably having one of his worst seasons in recent memory. But this man was an absolute beast, guys, like back in the day. Still is a great point guard now, just not as good as he once was. And then we got Carmelo Anthony, age 24, of the Denver Nuggets. So looking at his former self right here, I mean, look at this man. I mean, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists per game, one of the best scorers of all time. This guy could score in every single way. We have Clint Capella, not like in his NBA prime, but this is currently the best basketball he's ever played. We got Eric Gordon. This is actually the Clippers version from the all-time team. We got Michael Carter-Williams, 82 overall. This is back from when he won, I believe it was Rookie of the Year. We got Rookie of the Year, right? We got Gerald Green. This is from the, I believe, the Phoenix Suns. He averaged about 16 points per game one of those seasons. Nene from the Denver Nuggets. We got Brandon Knight back from like the Detroit Pistons / Milwaukee Bucks. Either one, he was about the same type of player. We have the Phoenix Suns, PJ Tucker, and then we have the rest of the team out there, of course. So yeah, as far as the starting lineup goes, this is what we're rolling with. So how exactly do these players actually fit together? Well, a prime Chris Paul is definitely a lot more athletic than he is right now, and that's the thing about Chris Paul is that, as you get up there in age and you're kind of a smaller guy, he's like, what, like 6 foot, you cannot really like rely on athleticism anymore and getting to the basket. So as you start having injuries and stuff like that, you start slowing down, and that speed he once had is kind of what replaced the lack of height out there against other point guards and guys like that, athletic players. So I think that's why he's fallen off a little bit as a player, but I still think he's fantastic, man. Of course, James Harden can do his thing out there. And then Melo. This is where we gotta talk about Melo, okay? Because Melo, big time scorer. I'm gonna talk more about it as we go through the simulation, stuff like that. But how would he fit into this team exactly? Well, he wouldn't just be a spot up 3-point shooter. He would be attacking the basket, to the free throw line, posting up, really doing anything out there that he needs to do to score the basketball, which is what he once did out there. Now he's just being asked to be a spot up shooter like he was on OKC, or now on the Houston Rockets. PJ Tucker, of course, never really been a great offensive player, but you would say that, back on the Phoenix Suns, probably a bit more athletic, so therefore the defense be a little bit better out there. Eric Gordon brings the scoring off the bench. Gerald Green, Michael Carter-Williams, Nene, of course. Nene was actually a fantastic player, guys, back on the Denver Nuggets. Like, he was always a decent scorer and could always rebound the basketball, play some defense. Of course, now I would say he's more of a center. Back then he played power forward alongside Marcus Camby in a traditional style of play. But yeah, he would definitely be more of a center now in the current NBA, so that's where he's going to stay at. So yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season. So what do I think the problem with Melo is? Well, it's not so much a problem with Carmelo Anthony. It's a problem with him, but also the teams that coach him and stuff like that. Melo is being asked to be a 3-point shooter, man. They're asking him to do that, and that's it. Where in reality, he's kind of like caught up in his own mind right now because he wants to post up. He wants to take long twos, which, yeah, those don't always go in, but that's how he plays. That's how he was once a great player. By taking that away from him, not only does it make him predictable to defend, but it also makes him second guess every little thing he does out there. I cringe every single time he takes a long two and looks at the bench and says he's sorry. It's just, I don't know, man, it's just not right out there. So what I think Melo needs to do to succeed is I think the coach needs to allow him to do what he needs to do out there, and that is, post up and attack the basket and take long 2-point shots. Sure, it might not be the most efficient way to win, but guess what, Mike D'Antoni and the Houston Rockets? If that's not what you want him to do, then don't sign him to your damn team. You know what I'm saying, man? Don't put him into this bubble if your offense does not correlate with what he does offensively. It makes no sense at all to me, and that is what pisses me off, is that they're using Melo as a scapegoat in this situation. And yeah, he's the easy cop-out right there because, of course, he didn't really win much on the New York Knicks. He went to the OKC Thunder, didn't really do too much on there, although the OKC Thunder are proving to kind of have their own struggles, although they are getting a little bit better out there, right? Of course. But I don't know, man. I feel like this NBA season, of course, you've had injuries with James Harden, who was an MVP, and I'm sure that stuff, despite him playing now, that still doesn't heal overnight, although he did just have a really good game recently. Chris Paul, like I was saying earlier, man, is not playing as great as basketball. He simply is not. Like, yes, he will have great games out there, but plain and simple, this team's been having a lot of injuries out there, and it's not Carmelo Anthony's fault, man. Like, yeah, I don't want to say he's been perfect out there, because he's hella not been perfect. But a lot of that comes down to coaching. You're not putting Melo in the best situations to succeed as an NBA player, and therefore, it is what it is. So I do expect him to get cut. Do I expect the Houston Rockets to, like, bounce back and be amazing without Melo? I mean, do I gotta say it? You all lost Trevor Ariza, and Luke out there, who was big pieces to your team. Those are important role players. Those are the glue guys, especially like a Trevor Ariza. That guy is a glue guy to a championship team that you just lost out on, man. Like, the way he brought defensively, I think that's what the big issue is. They didn't do a good job getting back the players they needed to win this current NBA season, right? But as far as this team is doing out there, 71-10, so we have the chance to go 72-10, which would be the second best record, tied for it in NBA history. Take an L right there. So yeah, James Harden actually gets MVP. So having all these prime players on the team, it allowed James Harden to do more things out there, dropping 27, 5, and 9, getting the steals out there, great field goal percentage. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year, Tyreek Evans as 6th man, Giannis Defensive Player, Carmelo Anthony most improved at 28 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists per game, shot 46% from 3. I don't think he's ever been that consistent from 3 out there, but it is 2K, so you gotta keep that in mind. Here is the All-NBA first team with James Harden on there, All-NBA second with Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony both making that, and here is the All-NBA third. I'm curious what, like, the role players like Nene and all those guys put up. Probably not as great numbers because they're not really starting in this case. I was going to put Nene at the power forward position. It didn't make total sense for me in that situation, so I kept him off there. But yeah, looking at the player stats, so Melo leading scorer followed by James Harden, all their stat lines. But yeah, Melo 10 for 19 shooting out there on, pretty much that's what his stat line was. Shot 55% field goal percentage. That's got to be a career high. He's never put up great, consistent high scoring field goal percentages like that. I guess early on in Denver, he had some pretty nice seasons, but even then, like, his three-point shot wasn't falling, so that just shows that he was attacking the basket more. But yeah, he shot about 8 threes a game out there. And then we got CP3 dropping 19 and 13. He's always kind of been around like that 18 mark. Has he ever averaged more? Okay, so he did average over 20 a game 2 seasons on the Hornets. That was early on in his NBA career. Capella, looks like he got the double-double out there. Eric Gordon, nice scoring off the bench, but no different than, I guess he actually did a lot worse than he did than what just like current Eric Gordon does, but probably was not playing nearly as many minutes because I was trying to get the other guys out there playing a lot. Yeah, he was only playing about 20 minutes a game for this simulation. Just, I want to see what Melo and CP3 and Harden could all do together. Gerald Green, nice scoring numbers, and Nene, good backup center numbers, if anything. And then Michael Carter-Williams did okay out there. So yeah, let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs, see how this goes. We do have the Portland Trail Blazers. We're going to take this game by game, see if we can win it all out here, see if we have to jump into any games out there. We get the first one 1-0, simulate the next game, and we're up 2-0, simulate game 3, 3-0, and simulate hopefully the final game. Is it a sweep? And yes, it is, guys. We get them 4-0. Here is the closeout. 35 points from Melo on 12 for 16 shooting. We have 11 for 15 shooting from CP3 with 14 assists. Next up, who are we gonna have? Probably well, I have no, okay, that series tied, so I'm not quite sure. Simulate current round, and it looks like it's going to be the Utah Jazz beating out the OKC Thunder. Take a game by game. Simulate game 1. Donovan Mitchell versus James Harden. Joe Ingles versus Carmelo Anthony. Y'all see Joe Ingles? That dude been going off this season, man. I'll say he's probably one of the most underrated players in the entire NBA. But damn, we are having some pretty good ease here in the playoffs. And we are up 3-1 to the Utah Jazz. Simulate hopefully the final game. And it is 4-1. Here is the closeout. 44-9 for James Harden. 30 points for Carmelo Anthony. As you can see, we dropped 142 points. I mean, we are still running that 7-second offense. So, Melo in that. Although, did Mike D'Antoni run the 7-second offense when he was the coach of the New York Knicks? I don't actually remember that. Or if he just run more like a balanced system. We do have the Golden State Warriors. And I'm not going to say, like, is this team good enough to still beat the Warriors? Because I still think the Warriors overall have the better roster, man, which is such a sad thing to see here in the NBA. But simulate game, and yeah, they got game 1, simulate game. We got game 2, so that's a good sign for us. We are the first, they are the second, but 2K doesn't care, man. They love the Warriors in this game, and tied series, 2 games apiece. Okay, we got 3-2. We might have to go to the Simcast for this one to see if we can close out this series against the Warriors, and so far it's looking good. We might not even have to hop into this. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, man. And yes, we are going to the NBA Finals, beating the Warriors 112-95, 34 points for Melo, 28 for James Harden, 14 for Eric Gordon, while Durant drops 23 himself. And we do have, looks like either Philadelphia or Toronto Raptors in the finals. Simulate current round. It is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers with Jimmy Butler on the team. Keep in mind, guys, this is the first time he's actually been like these are the updated rosters for NBA 2K. So who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing Philly in more NBA finals for rebuilds and stuff like that. All right, taking game by game. We got game 1 and got game 2. Simulate game. See if we can close out here, man, in game 4. Simulate game. And so far, it's looking pretty good for us. Oh, it's a close game, though. It's a close game. Looks like we're taking off, though. All right, man. We got about a little bit more than 2 minutes left. Let's go ahead and hit up that celebration and see what this team's looking like. So here we go, guys. I definitely do want your opinion on the whole Carmelo Anthony situation. Do you feel like he's being a scapegoat, or do you feel like he really is just that bad now? Here we go, man. All the way, baby. And, well, he misses a layup right there. But, oh, almost gets the steal. Is Clint Capella number? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, man. Ben Simmons running it so we can stop him. It looks like they are running Ben Simmons at the point guard position in this case, as they should. So I think Jimmy's actually at the, looks like probably the 3 spot. No, man, no, actually, I don't know, man. I don't know what position they're running, man. It looks like the 4, actually. Let's get around you, Melo. From Jimmy range, bad shot. But, hey, yeah, he misses right there, too. Looking like current Carmelo Anthony in this case. All right, let's stop with Jimmy Butler. What if they actually came back? Wow, that was just a break. I wasn't even paying attention, man. Wasn't even paying attention. Let's get CP3 going. Yo, I see you. Oh, no, look. Right there. There we go, man. And low-key, though, I cannot actually ever shoot with Melo in this game. I've always been trash with shooting with Melo. Never really got his jump shot. It's always been kind of like too quick for me. Give me that ball, man. You don't want that ball? All right. What you want, Jimmy? What you want, Jimmy Buckets? Get that out of there, baby. Yeah, I wasn't going to ask Melo to play no actual defense. I also have another question for you guys, if you're still watching this. Because there's a lot of teams in the NBA that do have, like, a lot of, like, younger squads. Would you enjoy this series also if I did it for, like, teams that have, like, younger players, but at the same time... Ooh, oh, my God! What the... Oh, my God, dude! Bro! I have never seen a dunk like that from a guard in this game doing... Like, James Harden doing that. Bro, that's the dirtiest dunk I've seen ever in this game. Like, the fact they did that on... Look at this. He, like, glitched... Oh, my God. Bro. Look at that. That is the dirtiest dunk I've ever seen from a guard in this game. Wow, dude. But like I was saying, man, do you want me to, like, make, like... I guess use it, like let's use the Philadelphia 76ers, for example. Like, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, they're still going to get better. Do you want me to, like, make them, like, closer to their prime? Or, like, the Atlanta Hawks, make, like, Trae Young a higher overall player? Because, in theory, he should be getting better. Let me know that in the comment section below, guys. All right, man, so we are going to dribble out this shot clock. We are going to celebrate. We're going to get things going. Yo, suck, bitch ass. What you want, man? I'm Melo. I'm gonna dribble on no shot clock. Jimmer range. Give me that. Oh, my God. Did you all see, by the way, that Jimmer did drop 75 points? Absolutely nuts. That is the end of the game. The Houston Rockets are your NBA champions with all the prime players, as they should be. There they are celebrating. Let's see who got finals MVP. My guess is probably James Harden, as he's holding up the regular trophy. And finals MVP, okay, it's not showing it yet, also goes to James Harden. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.